South Bend, Indiana. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Canes kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Run inside. It's Mobley. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Hurricanes! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. venues in college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, he told me his wide receiver has embraced all of the attention that's come with this Heisman conversation. They know he'll be a major part of the offense this year, but I caught up with him. This wideout told me that the extra work he and his QB have been putting in behind the scenes, that is what will make them shine. They're not worried about the Heisman talk. They're worried about being the best version of themselves. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open on the left. The tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. First play of this drive. Makes the grab. It's Gilbert. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Canes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Driving forward, it's Pringle. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Up to 44 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to pass on second down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here. Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. Pins up to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it. You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Drops back on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Wingo. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Tells to run, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They give it back to him. Smashes ahead. He now has 61 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me.
And he's in! Touchdown, Hurricanes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Look out! Turns it upfield. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Burrows. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Fakes the grab on the left. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I give credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Looking to throw. Out wide right, it's Pringle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that dummy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bowman. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. First play of the period will be a second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on third and long, trying to get a receiver open in space. Just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Bowman. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Quarterback changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Second down, going to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking for room. It's Pringle. Got enough for the first down. All by himself down the middle. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Canes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw one first. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Drops back on first down. Left side is Porter. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year, so you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 39, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They give it to him again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for a first. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. New set of downs after the completion.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Second down.
Second down, gonna throw it. Lets it fly. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Going to the run, it's Mobley. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Running inside, it's Pringle. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half. but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Bringing it out. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with TCU taking on the number 14 team, the Boston College Eagles. And it's the Horned Frogs looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. This time they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal from the 10. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They want to throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Mobley. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch, it's Burrows. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Just keep slinging it. Looking deep. He's got it right down the field. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Quick give. It's Mobley. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Motion from the wideout. Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Kick is in the air. Trying to make one miss. Powers through. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On play action. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming. The Hurricanes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. And you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Second down now after the sack. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Fires to the wideout, and they can't make the connection.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sacked first down, you've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Pringle. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. The 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Miami. He got a step and just dusted the field. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Booster! Move! Ready, go!
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Returner goes out.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. run inside. It's Pringle. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Mueller. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rushes on. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defense dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Second and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Gain of 6. They're looking at third and 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll run him again. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Looking for the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hits inside. It's Pringle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, this guy has had a day to remember, putting up outstanding numbers in this one, and he is still piling on in the fourth quarter, breaking off some beautiful runs. This defense has not had an answer for him all game long.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. They'll go back to work on offense. Wants to throw one first. Here comes the heat. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
It's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Long way to go on second down. He wants to throw it. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Running inside, it's Riley. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Canes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Needs it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football. They stick to what they do well. They know where the first down marker is, and they get the first down.
Run in the red zone. It's Riley. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the pummeling has started. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.